Lastly, what I call the hope section. My wife works in the public schools, and it's dismal to see the level of building that public schools in most parts of the country, but especially in the Northeast, have sort of been reduced to, because they can't afford to build new schools. They can't raise the bonds. The buildings are just too expensive. So there's deferred maintenance. There's no maintenance, and it's sad. And then we see it on a daily basis with our infrastructure. The amount of deferred building, deferred maintenance is staggering. And it's deferred because it's too expensive. It's too expensive because there's a lot of cost in there that really just goes down the drain. Whether you read Paul Teichholz from Stanford or Barry LePantner's Broken Buildings, Busted Budgets, or his new book on infrastructure, we waste a lot of money building that we shouldn't waste. And I think what's interesting about most of you in the room using products like Tekla is you know that. You know that Tekla is a much more efficient way than to produce a steel frame or a concrete building than drawing it in AutoCAD was or drawing it on Pinbar was 20 years before that. You're producing much more efficient projects. We just have to get the rest of the industry to go there. So when I talk more and more, I like to remind people that industries can change. And the aerospace industry changed in 1950, granted through a fairly healthy stimulus package, and became something totally different in really less than 20 years. And in 20 years, they went from the DC-3, notice it says nostalgia on the side of it, to the moon. And so huge technological development in 20 years. And it changed the way people thought about the aerospace industry. And I think that we could do the same thing for our industry, taking the sort of technology that we're working on, but also the activity that you bring to your jobs every day using product like Tekla and Trimble. You're pushing the edge. You're not happy doing it the way you were doing it 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And that's good, because if we're going to start saving that 30 cents out of every dollar that's wasted, we're going to have to do it ourselves. And hopefully produce an industry that doesn't use the same technology and the same sort of waste that's been going on for about 4,000 years, but produces something far better. So thank you.